Yes.
Good evening. My name is Asantewaa Nkrumah Ture, and I'd like to give thanks and praises to Brother Peter Bailey. I agree with you, brother. There were a lot of different things left out of the movie. You lived through it and you knew Malcolm. As someone who's been researching Malcolm, though, as the brother said, the things that were left out were very significant. Malcolm X made a speech called Message to the Grassroots. That wasn't there. Malcolm X met Fidel Castro at the Hotel Teresa in Harlem. That wasn't there. Malcolm X visited Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, correct me if I'm wrong, brother, and some other countries in Africa, and he met the revolutionary leaders of that time, Nkrumah, Sekou Touré, Modibo Keita, Amilcar Cabral, Oliver Tambo, et cetera, et cetera. He also met Nasser when he was in Egypt. He wasn't just riding around on a camel as a tourist. Okay, when Malcolm X was in Egypt meeting with Nasser, they had meetings and discussions about Zionism. Malcolm X wrote an article called Zionist Logic, and in that article he equated Zionism with American imperialism, American dollarism. He supported the rights of the Palestinians. That was not in the movie for obvious reasons. So to get back to this gentleman's question here, art is a form of propaganda. It sells an idea. It gets people thinking certain types of things. And because these things and others were left out, people have a certain view about Malcolm. It's a distorted view, and they're making a view based on a lie. And for our young people, for African young people, that's very dangerous. We want the truth to our young people. And to the gentleman back here, I know for a fact that Warner Brothers put political pressure on Spike Lee about that movie because they asked him, a brother who was a consultant to the movie, how are you going to deal with Malcolm and his visit to the Middle East? Well, that was an obvious reason for that question. They didn't want to have on that film Malcolm talking about Palestinians. That's a bad word these days, particularly in light of the Middle East peace talks. You will never see in a movie in America anyway, a man named Lenny Brenner, who's a European anti-Zionist Jew. And he speaks all around the country, but you don't have him on PBS. There are a number of Jews around the world who are of different races who were organizing and speaking out against the creation of the State of Israel, but you will not have them on TV too. So as the brother said, art and propaganda are very related, and for our people, as oppressed and exploited as we are, we have to make a conscious decision that art and every other skill that we have as a people must serve our liberation, and if it does not, you will face the consequences.
Can I just make a... I want to repeat what I said earlier. I admire, and I'm using this term deliberately, I admire the Jewish people for their ability to promote and defend their interests. I only wish that we as black people could be as effective. That was the point I was making earlier, and I want to repeat it. That is what I was saying. I admire their ability to defend and promote their interests. That's exactly what a group of people are supposed to do. And this country would be in better shape, and we would be in better shape if we were as tenaciously in our abilities to defend and promote our interests.